Want to go, pretty boy?
Two minutes by yourself and you feel shame, and then you get free.
The only thing better than a glass of beer is tea with Miss McGill.
And welcome to the Fourth Line Boys podcast. My name is Darren. Thank you very much for tuning in. Episode 446 of The Big Show, some Enforcer-based podcasting coming at you, brought to you by the Hockey Podcast Network. How's everybody doing out there? Yes, another Saturday night's all right for fighting. Got a great guest for you guys today. Braedan Boschman's my guest today. Big filthy Bosch. Yes, from Ice Wars 2, soon to be at Ice Wars again. And we talk all about it. We're going to talk about some senior hockey in Manitoba. Of course, the big native tournament coming up here next weekend here in Saskatoon. Actually, the Fred Sackmoose tournament, the Freddie as it's called. Of course, my guest previously last week, Ryan Davis. He is part of the Six Nations team that is taking part in the Freddie, and big native tournament, biggest in Canada, and I think there's like 32 teams coming for it. So, it's a big deal. Lots of great players, and hopefully Braedan will be taking part in that. I know he was on the championship team with Cross Lake a few years ago. And, so I'm planning on to hitting the tournament. I've never been to the tournament before. So at some point, it starts on Thursday. So hopefully, maybe Friday night, Saturday morning, I'm gonna go try to check out some games. There's a few cats playing that I want to go and meet. I know Big Snakes are going to be here. Obviously, Ryan Davis, as I said, and of course now Bosch will be here. So lots of characters out, and so I'm looking forward to that. But Braedan was a great guest, and we talked about a lot of different things. So I am not going to yap long today. Well, obviously, we gotta get a few plugs, keep the sponsors happy and everything. As I said, I'm a member of the Hockey Podcast Network. There's over 100 shows on the network. All the NHL teams were represented. I'm on the original content creator side. Myself, Terry Ryan, Jolt and Joe Lazito. Speaking of Ice Wars, just had Nick LaPointe on, old Gorgeous Gord from Shoresy fame, and he will be competing in Ice Wars. And Ice Wars, June 14th in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and then 2 weeks later, June 28th in Edmonton at the River Creek Casino. Back to the original scene of the crime, and of course, Braedan will be taking part in that show. Don't know who's fighting yet, but the Ice Wars, June 14th in Mount Pleasant, is actually Canada versus the United States, and Nick and his twin brother Will Laporte will be taking part in for Team Canada, along with Justice Smokes, Travis Check. There's going to be, it's going to be quite the show. I'm so pumped that Ice Wars is back. As of recording, I shouldn't say it. As of recording, the card hasn't come out yet, so maybe I'm saying too much. But they've already announced those guys. So, so I'm looking forward to Ice Wars. Really looking forward to it. I'll be in Edmonton on the 28th. So, it's back. And, of course, it is now teamed up, partnered with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. So, which I think is going to be a huge boost for Ice Wars. That's a major combat league and worldwide brand. So I think, Ice Wars has done the 3 events, took last year off. So, needs to build back that momentum. And I really think, June 14th it starts, and AJ Galante's back in the mix. So, I've been talking to AJ quite a bit here the last couple weeks, and really looking forward to it. I love the event. Anybody that listens to this show knows I'm a huge Ice Wars guy, so I'm really looking forward to it. And once the card is announced, I will get Alec and Jay back on the show. And as always, like I have done for the first 3, we will be doing a preview show. And we'll do a review show, of course, but a preview show will break down all the fights. We'll talk about the fighters, and give you listeners the information and just saying maybe some betting advice, because you can bet on Ice Wars, and we made a few bucks over the years on Ice Wars. So we will do all of that in the coming weeks here. Not too far away, actually. But anyway, so Joe had Nick on his show, and of course I do 2 podcasts because I can't stop talking, right? The Bruised and Battered podcast is the other podcast that I'm co-host on, along with Alec and Jay, and it is a look at current minor league hockey, the fighting in current, I guess the tough side of current minor league hockey. And I have a lot of fun. I always say it's not really my show. I'm in the back seat chirping in every once in a while. It's Alec and Jay's show, and they do a great job. Like I said, we cover all the minor leagues and the happenings, the teams, the jerseys, the carny stuff, the behind the scenes nonsense, and of course the fights, obviously. So please, I would love it if you tuned into the Bruised and Battered show as well, and also follow me on social media, Fourth Line Voice. Twitter, not so much on Twitter anymore. Twitter's dying, but I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, as well as the Bruised and Battered show. We're on all the platforms. Please give the channel a follow. If you ever want to get a hold of me for anything, my DMs are open, as the kids say. Drop me a line. I'd love to hear from you. And also, if you're on YouTube, check out the Fourth Line Voice on YouTube. I have over 2,500 fight videos on my channel. Go down that rabbit hole. I got all the leagues. It'll keep you busy for days. So please subscribe to the channel and check it out. I think you'll dig it. Other than that, folks, I think no one's tuning in to listen to me talk today. We're here to talk to Braedan Boschman. So how about we get into it? But first things first, obviously, like I said, we got to keep the lights on around here, keep the sponsors happy. So I will be dropping a DraftKings ad on you. And promo code THPN if you're going to be doing some betting. Hey, if you sign up and use our promo code, you get a pretty solid deposit, man. So hey, I'm just here to try to help you guys get some money. So yeah, definitely check it out. It not only helps you with a little bonus paycheck, but to bet with, but it also helps the network and it helps me. So everyone wins. So if you could do that, that would be great. But anyway, folks, enough of my yapping. Let's get into my interview with Braedan Boschman. Again, thank you, sir, for taking the time to come on tonight and record with me. Quick turnaround. Record tonight, out tomorrow. And for those that downloaded and listened to my last week's episode with Ryan Davis, thank you very much. Again, thank you to Ryan. He was a great guest, promoted it, loved it, and I got a lot of positive feedback about that episode. It was great. He was a great guest. And again, like I said, I look forward to meeting him here next weekend. So lots of things happening here in Saskatoon this coming week. So the Freddie is in town. It'll be fun. So I'm looking forward to my first experience there. A lot of great hockey, a lot of tough guys in town too. So maybe I'll be networking out there. The Fourth Line Voice. I'll be what do they say? Kissing hands and shaking babies. So or something like that. But anyway, folks, I'll hit you with the DraftKings ad, and then here's my interview, Braedan Boschman. Thanks, everybody.
And now here's a word from our sponsor.
Hey basketball fans, are you ready to win some real money? Check out Pick 6 from DraftKings. When it comes to basketball payouts, DraftKings Pick 6 dunks on its rivals, including prize picks. Just select 2 or more players and choose if they will have more or less of a stat, like points, rebounds, three-pointers, and more. Pick 6 is available in most states, including California, Texas, Georgia, Missouri, and more. Don't settle for a small payout. Switch to Pick 6 and cash in your basketball knowledge. New players get $50 in Pick 6 credits instantly on just a $5 entry. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use the promo code THPN. That's code THPN for new customers to pay $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Better payouts, bigger wins. Only with Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-78-97777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 plus age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms and pick6draftkings.com/promos.
Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
All right, here on the Fourth Line Voice, got a special guest tonight. Braedan Boschman's on the line. Braedan, how you doing tonight?
Hey man, I'm good. Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Yeah, excellent. Well, no, I appreciate you coming on. Well, we're gonna get into it here. We're gonna talk some native tournaments here. We're gonna talk to Freddie. We're gonna talk Ice Wars, of course. But before we get into all of that, we got to start at the beginning, like we always do with these shows. We'll give people a little background on who you are, where you're from. Where'd you grow up? Where'd you play your minor hockey?
Yeah, you bet. Growing up, kind of just played kind of house league hockey, and then kind of played up in Cross Lake there for my my youth years. My mom was a teacher, so she was traveling all over Manitoba, and so kind of did my minor hockey in Cross Lake, and then kind of towards midget, I was in Brandon, and then I went to high school at Vincent Massey. So I played in high school hockey, and high school hockey was kind of like if you didn't make AAA in Brandon, you'd play high school hockey. So I tried out for AAA a couple of years, didn't make it, and so I played high school hockey. But I played with guys like Zach Whitecloud. Like my first year of high school hockey, I played with Zach Whitecloud. And he played with us at the Vincent Massey Vikings. And my buddy, who I was really close friends with, Mike Furlan, he made the AAA team. So he was kind of like that guy. He's like, oh, okay, he made the AAA team. He's the guy. And me and Zach and a lot of us, we played high school. And it was still really good hockey. But yeah, obviously the goal was to make AAA, and I wasn't. Unfortunately, like the skill level's so good in Brandon, so many good players here, and didn't make it my first couple of years. But I ended up actually getting asked to go to the Directors Cup, which is like the top AAA guys. And like the older guys or whatever, and I was kind of like the fill-in guy, and one of the guys got injured, so I ended up getting a little taste of that and played in the Directors Cup, which was in Dauphin. But yeah, it was pretty cool and whatever else. But yeah, pretty much I just grew up playing house league, and then got the call up for that, and then after that ended up going to Olds College for volleyball. Played a year of volleyball with my best buddy there. Nick Bootsman. I don't know if he's listening to this, but shout out to Nick Bootsman. Me and him were roommates and did a year of that. And then after that, went to go play Junior B, and then played a little bit of Junior B hockey. And then I was playing Junior B in Cross Lake and got a call up from the from the Cross Lake Islanders senior team, and kind of got my feet wet with them and played with them. But other than that, yeah, no, just kind of did a little bit of house league, and then played with the high school team, and then Junior B, and then with the senior team, and then kind of bounced around with teams from there. But got to play with guys like, like Zach Whitecloud, Mike Furlan, who obviously went on to play higher leagues. But it's pretty cool to see where they're at now. And yeah, we're all still playing, and yeah, no, that's right. That's where I started out, but and then went to play volleyball, and then went to go mix in some hockey there, but that's about it.
Well, see, folks, we're on a Zoom chat right now. I'm looking at this cat here. He's got the FootJoy hat still going. He's just come off the golf. What'd you do, 36 holes today? And you were golfing with Furlan. I heard, did you take some money off of him?
Yeah, no, I was, I did 36 holes today, and yeah, played with Furlan. Well, Furlan was supposed to come out, but he has family matters. He's a big family-oriented guy, so. But, yeah, no, did 36 holes today, and it was gorgeous out. But I think we're playing tomorrow, so. But, yeah, I ended up winning a little bit of money or whatever. But, yeah, that's what keeps me busy in the off-season. But, yeah, it's a gorgeous day and beautiful for golf out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, taking a look at the Junior B here in Keystone, when you're playing with Cross Lake, how's 31 games, 48 snipes? Look at you. dangling out there.
Yeah, no, I was fortunate enough to play with it's just crazy because I don't know, I was playing volleyball, so they paid for my schooling, so I went to go get a business admin, diploma with volleyball. So after high school, my mom was like, "Are you gonna go play hockey or are you gonna go play volleyball? Like, they're gonna give you education for to play volleyball." So I was like, "Okay, I'll go play volleyball." So I did it, and so then I went to go play hockey again, and I think I was like 19 or 20. And in junior B, you can play till you're 21. So I had 2 years in, and so my cousins were playing, and they were like, "Oh, come over here. We're playing on this team in Lundar or whatever," and went to go play with them. And then after that, my final year, my cousins and my family were all from Cross Lake, and Cross Lake finally got a team back in the league because they were suspended for being too rough apparently in the junior B league. And their first year back was my last year in the league. So my buddy Harley Garrick, I don't know if you know Harley Garrick, he's a well-known guy in the Res Hockey Tour, but he took the head coaching role in Cross Lake, and he's like, "Hey, Bosch, like, want to bring you out, like, we'll bring your cousins, everybody, we're all there." I'm like, "Perfect, sounds good, I'm there." And the thing about junior B is there's no like restrictions or anything. Like I was getting some decent bread, and my cousins were getting decent bread. Like we all had track suits, like we all had, we're all fresh. We're getting like $500 every couple of weeks, and that's huge for like 21-year-olds, like 20, 21. And all we're doing is just skating and going to the rink. And my cousins, they're bigger, stronger, like tougher guys, and they're like, "Bosh, like come to Cross Lake, we got your back," and whatever. And so it was awesome to play there, and the fans were so insane. Like I remember we made it to like just before the finals there, and we had a sold out barn. It was crazy. Harley Garrick ran a tight ship, and he just had everything, like all the bells and whistles. The crowds are crazy, and yeah, it was awesome. And my buddy, like growing up now, like now that I'm 30, we have like old Snapchats, like Justin Akbar, who's playing in the AHL now. He has snaps, and like him, like there's funny snaps of him when he's just a kid in the crowd with this, like with their phones, and it's like Nax is in the crowd, like smiling. You know what I mean? And like we have the crowd jumping, and it's just packed, and it was so electric. The fans there were so insane, and him just jumping as a kid and like watching us. And then now, time flies, and we're watching him, and we're excited for him. And it was just so cool. Cross Lake, such a hockey-oriented town, and everyone's so excited for hockey there. But just being the first year back and having all my cousins, my family, and those guys just having my back and just being able to play the way that I was able to play, it was awesome. Like I love Cross Lake. I love the fans. It was a super cool experience, and yeah, it's Cross Lake, such a hockey town. It's awesome.
Yeah, well, when did obviously you're in Ice Wars and all this stuff, and Filthy Bosch and all this, and the fighter and all that. Were you always sort of like an aggressive, like when you were playing hockey? Were you always aggressive, or did the fighting kind of come later to you? Like, or was it always were you always sort of the physical guy?
No, that's funny how you asked that, because high school hockey, like kind of like we're wearing cages, kind of like to crash and bang, and it was always a big like rivalry between like high schools and stuff. Like there was Crocus, Massey, and there was a rivalry. So I always tried to play the physical game. My favorite players were always like Corey Perry, Matt Martin, like Evander Kane, Adam Lowry, like all those those guys that are getting deep and grinding and causing chances, even though they're just throwing hits and not getting on the score sheet. But when I was a kid, I was kind of more of a skill guy and was pretty good with my hands and stuff. But I went up to Cross Lake, and my uncle told my mom, he's like, "Yeah, he's really good, but he's got to get a little bit more aggressive. He wants to make it to the next level." And that was in Cross Lake, and ever since then, kind of just tried to play a little bit more aggressive. And then my mom always told me, she's like, if you let somebody pick on you once, they're going to pick on you your whole life, kind of thing. So I kind of took that to like hockey and just in general, and playing all these like tough native teams like Norway House, Pagwest, Round Lake, like, all these tough teams. You always got to stick up for yourself. So ended up just kind of growing up playing against those tough teams, especially in the Junior B League. The Junior B League was pretty tough when I was a kid. They had a bunch of tough teams, and it was a lot different than it is now. But I was just kind of sticking up for myself, and ended up fighting a lot of tough guys, a lot of heavyweights. OCN had a lot of tough guys. Pagos had a lot of tough guys. Norway House had a tough guys, and I got beat up a couple times and lost more than I've won, but got punched a lot, took some, gave some. But at the end of the day, when I got asked to play when I got asked to enroll in Ice Wars, I was like, you know what? I've kind of been doing this my whole life and playing against these tough guys, and I was like, what are these guys? Like, no offense to the guys in Ice Wars, but I was like, I was kind of grew up playing res hockey. So I was like, what are these guys? Like, I've been hit harder. I've been hit stronger. These guys are bigger, faster, stronger. And that's no knock to the other guys, but the res hockey is crazy. It's a different breed. Like, they're bigger, stronger, they're tougher, they're fast. Like, they're big guys. So I had a lot of confidence going into it. So as soon as Ice Wars asked me to come do it, I was like, let's do it. And no knock on the other guys. That's just what I grew up doing. And those guys from OCN, Norway House, Pagwest, Round Lake, everywhere, they were just bigger, faster, stronger. They were just, and being a kid, just growing up in that, it was like, no offense, but I was just like, these guys in Ice Wars just don't intimidate me.
Yeah, well, and like that's the thing, and for the people listening out there, that what Bosch is talking about is like, well, and especially like with these native tournaments, and we're going to talk about the Freddie here coming up here right away. That's happening here in Saskatoon next week. And you also have won the Freddie in previously, but beyond that, just native tournaments in general, like that's some like big money, serious shit going down in those tournaments, and like those guys they're not fooling around. This ain't rec hockey. Like, we're playing for real here, and like it can get pretty vicious, and it's like res versus res and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it's crazy, man. Like when I was a kid, I remember shout out to Jason Chiquita there. He was patrolling the red line, and guys like Catlin Big Snake, his brother Big Snake, just all these big guys, and Chop Melnick is a huge guy. Conrad McKay, all these guys that are just heavyweights, and Ryan Braun was a heavy for us with Cross Lake. Yeah, you just see all these guys that are just huge, patrolling the red line, holding their own, strong, throwing fists, even that Sparvier there from Round Lake. And you kind of just grow up watching that. Shout out to my guy Magoo in Round Lake. But just see how just their presence makes such a difference in the game.
Yep.
Even if they're not playing the game, just the fact that they're on the bench. And I kind of always wanted to be a mix of both. Like, I wanted to bring the goal scoring side of things, but I also wanted to have my teammates' backs. But I also wanted to not be the guy intimidated in warm-ups,
Yeah.
And just growing up playing with those guys and seeing how they were, I was like, I just want to kind of not be intimidated, but also carry that tradition on, kind of thing. But like, I'm also not better than anybody, not stronger than anybody, but I'm not going to back down, kind of thing. So growing up with those guys, seeing how they kind of handle themselves and just learning and watching them, I said, you know what, these guys, no offense to the Ice Wars guys, but I said, I can take these guys. Like, I'm not trying to be cocky or confident, but I said, I grew up playing against big guys, like killers, like killer mentality, and I wanted to be like those guys and have a friendly between goal scoring and kind of sticking up for yourself and sticking up for your team and not backing down, but kind of a little line in the middle kind of thing. But res hockey is a lot different there's killers out there's killers that are there right now, and there's big guys that are out there right now that are still playing, and I respect them. And yeah, next week's Fred's the Sacagamoose, and yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Even shout out to my guys out in Siskiyska. What's his name there? Wildman boys are solid. He's coming with Big Snake. Those guys are going to be solid. We're coming in with Red Pheasant. Red Pheasant's going to be solid. Nori House is always going to be solid. But Cross Lake, we're always going to stand our own, stand up for ourselves.
Could there be a potential Boschman Big Snake clash at center ice?
Hey man, me and Big Snake, we're brothers, man, and we have went before when I was younger, and Big Snake got the best of me there in Brandon, and he kind of like introduced me to the game. I always loved Big Snake. Then me and Big Snake played together in Oscana, and we won the tournament. But you know what? The thing is at the end of the day, when you have two guys like that on your team, they're gonna counter each other out or whatever. Like, you know, if you're gonna do something, you have that guy that's answering the bell, right? Yep. And gonna keep your team safe. But there's Big Snake's a competitor. I'm a competitor. We both want to win, and I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say yeah. You just never know, right? Yeah. So I have a lot of respect for Big Snake. He's my buddy. He took me out golfing there out in Kananaskis. But when it comes to the Freddie, there's no friends on the ice. It's kill or be killed kind of thing. And I know they're bringing a squad, and I know that we're bringing a squad. So, but there's no friends on the ice. It's kind of like the playoffs right now, and Freddie's the biggest tournament of res hockey, and there's a lot of big boys, and everyone's going to do what they're going to do to win. So.
Well, and like you said, it's the biggest native tournament going, and you were a past champion of that tournament. Yeah. How big a deal is that to you? And who were some of the guys in the team with you the year you won it?
Yeah, so obviously we love Fred Sacagamoose. When he was still alive, he'd come in the dressing room, he would chat us up, he'd walk around, shake our hands, great guy, and I'm trying to think of the guy, his son's name. Forget what his son's name is. He runs the golf tournament. Great guy. But yeah, it's a great tournament, and they come in. We lost. Obviously, it's heartbreaking. We lost to Norway House in the finals in overtime, and then we also lost to a team out in Ontario in overtime. And then we lost another time. So we've been to the finals 3 times, and we lost. So the last year that I played, we finally won. And it was just so great to finally get it with those guys. And you're walking out of the dressing room. They have live cameras from APTN. They're calling you with the headset, like telling you when to come out one by one. They have the smoke coming out as soon as you're coming out of the dressing room. And just playing with guys like Brady Keeper, Justin Akbar, obviously Conrad McKay, his brother Cajun McKay, who was also captain in Portage Terriers, and our goalie at the time was Brody Clays. He played professional. We had Austin Crossley. We had Chris McKay playing ECHL. Conrad McKay's son, Carter McKay, he's playing out in the States with I think it's like the NAHA. They're I'm trying to think what their team's called. I forget what their team's called. Louisiana. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Mud Bugs.
Yeah.
And he's been lighting it up. He's like a 17, 18-year-old. And just playing alongside those guys and just learning from them, seeing what I can do to chip in. And just winning it with them finally was just so great. And then last year, I never played with them just because there was some stuff off the ice, and they were just worried that I was too big of a kind of liability, taking bad penalties. They went with a younger guy. But just playing with them was so great. And to finally win the Fred Sacagamoose was amazing. With those guys, and those guys playing with them was amazing. Hopefully he can end this year.
Yeah, well, absolutely, and I think what are there like 32 teams in it and stuff? Like this isn't, folks. Like we're not talking like it's a a 4-team round robin or something. Like no, there's like 30 teams from all over Canada in this thing.
Yeah. There's like 32 teams, and it's all the best. It's the best on best. There's the toughest guys, hardest hitting guys, strongest, fat. Like it's great hockey, and I'm not trying to say that like a knock on anything else, but just even playing it is an honor, and to win it is even bigger. And it's kind of the biggest of the biggest, the year ender, and I think it's been around for about 5 years, 4 or 5 years, and everybody aims to win that one for sure. And a lot of great players. Like you have guys all over that are like drafted to the NHL, and played in the NHL, and are going to the NHL, and it's great hockey. And it's next week.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. And on social media, I mean, you see it. I mean, Tobias Ojek and all these guys, like all these guys coming back from minor pro hockey, they're just like on social media being, hey, if anybody needs a guy, like I'm ready to go and stuff. And I mean, you're talking like East Coast League guys and AHL guys, and so I mean, it's the talent level's incredible.
Yeah, the talent level is incredible, and I think everybody just wants to be in the mix, and they want to be in contention. And the thing about Cross Lake is that it's almost pro. Like it's almost pro. I never played pro, but the guys that are in the dressing room, it's a pro environment. Like it's like no drinking, no boozing. If you're gonna, slack off, you're not there next year. Like you're not there. It's we want the best and the best. We're gonna do what it takes to win, and obviously it shows. Like we've been in the finals. I think Freddie's been around for 5 years, and we've been in the finals 3 out of the 5 years, and we won it 1 year. And it's an honor to even be called to Cross Lake, and anybody that they kind of call. They want the best and the best. And obviously last year, the boys lost to Eagle Lake, and Eagle Lake won the whole tournament. And the year before that, we won the tournament. So just the standards that they set, like Conrad's kind of the leader in that room. Brady, Justin, Carter, we have all the guys. We have our goalie. We have our coach, Cooper. And just the standards that they set in that, there's no messing around. It's tight knit, hard checking, pucks down low, feed it to the D, traffic in front, skill guys go. Like it's good hockey, man. And the roads all show for themselves, even though we only have one championship. But we're always up there every year, and I'm excited about this year.
Yeah, and I know there are lots of great teams. I had last week on the show. Actually, I had Ryan Davis, who plays for he plays for Six Nations, and he's coming this year, the Six Nations Ironman. He's been in it a couple times, and of course back in the day played in the OHL, Buffalo Sabres draft pick. I mean, so yeah, he's coming from Ontario with Six Nations. They're coming, and and he had lots of positive things obviously to say about the Freddie, and he's excited for it. And he says even the old man, right? But he's still going for it. I mean, he's in his late 40s, but they keep inviting him back out, but yeah, he says great hockey, and like you mentioned, Conrad McKay. I was a huge Conrad McKay fan. That guy, that's a bad dude right there, man. He's an old OHL guy, a Manitoba guy. Played pro, played in the crazy LNAH back in the day. So I mean, yeah, there's some solid players playing in this thing for sure.
Yeah, man. Conrad's kind of our glue guy. He's the guy that kind of got me. He got me everywhere where I am right now. I was just a junior B guy playing junior B, and he got me out to playing with the Cross Lake senior team. We won some tournaments with them. Then he got me out to Round Lake, and then he got me with the senior. I've been under his wing for a while. Me and him golf also. We do a lot of golfing, and but what he told me and what we do is we have a role. Everybody has a role. Every line has a role. So like I'm getting pucks low. I'm crashing. I'm banging. I'm feeding the D. I'm getting in front of the net. We're playing hard. If there's a mistake, he's gonna let me know. We played Cody Selects this year, and He took me under his wing over there, and his son's playing out in Louisiana with the Mudbugs. He's a young guy. I think he's like 17, 18. He's lighting it up over there. He's just such a leader, and he's such a captain, and he holds such high expectations out of everybody, and everybody has a role, and everybody knows what they're going to do, and we just kind of follow in his footsteps, and we just try to get it done, and I don't know. Yeah, I got nothing but good things to say about that guy. He's a good golfer too. His son's a great golfer, and kind of just want to do whatever it takes to be on the team and just do my part. And he'll let you know. And a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like being told what to do and like kind of being criticized. But unless you know the guy, all he means is well, and he just wants the best for your team, and he just wants to win. And at the end of the day, that's all we want to do too. And he's a great guy, competitor, and he's almost 50 years old, and he's still playing in these senior tournaments. Like the guy's a competitor. I think he got Freddie Sasakamoose MVP the year we played. So I got nothing but good things to say about him. And but last year I didn't make the team last year because I jumped the bench there at the Brent Milson Memorial in Winnipeg. We were playing Peguis, and he just thought that I was too big of a risk, or Cross Lake thought I was too big of a risk to take the Fred Sasakamoose because I couldn't control my emotions. And it was a learning curve, but you know what? I feel like I'm better, I'm stronger, I'm faster this year. And I haven't got the invite yet this year for the Fred. I have got asked by Conrad, but I haven't got an official confirmation, but hopefully get in there this year because Cross Lake's team is so deep and so thick and so strong. But just hoping I get the call and hoping I'm able to go help the boys out and get another national championship. But we look up to Conrad, and he's a leader. And just like him, Brady, Justin, everybody in that room, we all want to win. And I just hope I get the call and hope I can go get another national championship because it's a big deal.
It absolutely, yeah. And like you said, when Conrad McKay tells you something, yeah, I'd listen. I mean, that's, that guy's got credibility for days, right? So that's the thing when a guy like that's talking, for sure, and
Absolutely.
leading. Yeah, absolutely. And Conrad, if you're listening to this, you need to come on the podcast. I mean, we talked a while ago about it. You need to come on here. We need to hear some of them LNH stories. I know you got a few, but yeah, yeah. But
I was in his kitchen. Me and Conrad I love the guy. Like, I'll give the guy the sweater off my back. But we're in his kitchen the one night. He goes and shows me his knuckles. He's like, "Look at these." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? They look like absolute leather straps." His knuckles, they got so many cuts on them. It's crazy.
Yeah. He's in more than a few wars, that's for sure. Well, I was going to ask you, like, you talk about the bench thing and stuff, and you got left off the team and stuff. Do you think after being on Ice Wars, and I mean, as the years have gone on, obviously you're known as a physical guy. Do you think your reputation sometimes precedes you a little bit, and people all of a sudden sort of view you as like the loose cannon guy that we're not quite sure about him? Like, do you think that's been a hindrance to you?
Yeah, absolutely. So, it goes back, growing up with a single mom. She always just told me, if you let anybody kind of walk over you, they're going to walk over you your whole life. Mm-hmm. And so I was obviously a skill guy growing up. Not to pump my own tires, but I had the junior B record for Cross Lake for most points and most goals in a year. And so I was kind of more of a skill guy, and then making my way up through the Islanders and trying to make my name with them. Had to be more kind of crash and bang and physical. And just growing up through junior B, it was such a rough league. They called it the jungle. It was just such a rough league. It was just so many heavy guys, so many strong dudes. And my first fight, I fought against a guy named Ralph Cochran. I was 17, he was 21, and he played junior A. And he's played junior A, but with junior B, you could play another year. So after you're done junior A, you could play a year of junior B, and those junior B teams are paying you crazy money. And it was crazy money in junior B in Manitoba. So the guy's making $1,500 every week or whatever it was. And so I fought him, and I was like, wow, I did pretty good against him. And then I fought another guy, I just keep fighting all these big guys, and I was like, wow, I'm actually like not bad at this. And so I was like, you know what? I fought all these heavyweights. Like these guys are heavies, and I did pretty good. These guys are kind of whatever. But on Ice Wars, I was like, I wasn't really intimidated because the guys on the Res Tour were just so much bigger and stronger. But going back to your question about Ice Wars and whatever, yeah, I feel like I'm more of like a goal scorer. Like I think I had like 15 points in 15 games with the senior league there with Cody.
Yeah.
But you obviously have guys coming up to you and challenging you, but you just want to always have your back, and you always want to just kind of have your teammates back and the right time, and when the right time is and when the wrong time is, and you kind of learn that over the years. But but the Ice Wars thing definitely gave me some good opportunities, because if it wasn't for Ice Wars, I would never got a chance to play with the Round Lake Bears. The Round Lake Bears was a great opportunity, and even just to get offers from like SPHL teams, FPHL teams, like to go play pro. I always wanted to go play pro and play in these high end senior hockey league teams, and it was great, and I don't regret it. And life's gonna throw things at you, and if you don't take it, it's just gonna throw things to the next guy. So.
Well,
Yeah.
I know from being involved and talk to people, I know there's going to be some Federal League teams watching Ice Wars this year. I know there are going to be, and a couple Southern Pro League teams. We'll get into Ice Wars here shortly, but like I was going to say, if you had that opportunity again, would you? If a pro team like after Edmonton here talks to you and be like, hey, you want to come down and give it? Would you do it?
Yeah,
I've had a few. Or is the ship sailed?
No, I've had a few reach out, and my buddy Amesbury, Daniel Amesbury, such a huge support. Talked to him a lot. I talked to him a lot. I talked to him frequently. AJ, I talk to AJ frequently, but I have a 7-year-old kid.
Yeah,
my kid. I gotta look after him, and I gotta do what's best for him, and just. Not trying to be that guy or anything, but just make a little bit more money here, and it's just not in the financials to go over there. But Big Snake asked me to go out to Moccasins, right? Is that what
Louisiana. Yeah. Oh, I know. Big Snake and I had that conversation that night because he was like, "Who should I call?" And your name came up. Yeah.
Big Snake's a beauty, and we were gonna go over there, but. It's just I was going through some stuff or whatever, but it just wasn't in the playbook, and I would love to for sure, and maybe eventually, but I'm a big adrenaline guy, and I feel like Ice Wars is the perfect mix, perfect healthy balance, and sure I'd love to play, maybe go play a game or whatever, but
never say never. There could be a weekend, right?
Yeah, absolutely, but we'll see where things go. Like, I'm the type of guy where life's gonna throw things at you, and you could either say no, or they're just gonna give it to the next guy. And so I always say yeah. So every time AJ asks me to do something, I say okay, I'm down, and it always leads to something else.
Okay, well, we've teased it long enough. We got to get into. Well, I was gonna say before we get into the Ice Wars talk, you were talking about Round Lake. Who were your line mates there? You were telling me before we got going.
Yeah, so it's pretty funny. So going back to Conrad, Conrad kind of gave me the ticket there to Round Lake. He's like, "Hey, I know this guy. He'll kind of fight anybody who you want." And I played with Round Lake in a tournament in Regina. It's called the Ascana Cup. And so it was me and Big Snake were on the same team with Round Lake. So Conrad comes out to us in the pregame warm-up. The team we're playing in the finals has Derek Parker on the team. And Conrad comes up to me and Big Snake. He's like, "All right, boys, who's going Parker?" Big Snake right away is like, I'm like, no. Because I'm a young guy, right? I'm just trying to make my name in the field. I said, "All right, Snake, I got it." I said, "No, I got Parker." Conrad looks at me. He's like, looks at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, "All right, I got Parker. Let me get my chance, you know." And Conrad's like, "All right," pulls me to the back room. He's like, "All right, Parker likes to come in with like this and grab you like this." And so we had like a rehearsed thing, everything going down. And whatever, we get to warm-ups, and I kind of lost it, dropped my gloves right away with Parker. He said, all right, warm-ups. I said, all right, Parks. Or he said, opening draw. I was like, all right, Parks. So then I go up to opening draw, and I guess Parker is like a guy that needs to you need to get him mad. Like, you need to get him mad for him to fight you. Like, he likes to get that little spark. So we go up to the opening draw. So I go up to Parks. I'm like, hey, Parks, I got a 15-pack in the room. How about we get this over with and we go crush those beers in the room after? He's like, fuck you, Bosch. You're too nice. He's like, I want to go Big Snake. Because Big Snake was slashing him in the warm-ups. He's like, fuck you, Bosch. I want to go Big Snake. I'm like, Parks, come on, brother. He's like, no, I want to go Big Snake. So he points a stick at Big Snake. He's like, I want him. Parker didn't want me. I guess I was too nice. And maybe it was for the best, but him and Big Snake had a good go. And I ended up playing that whole game. But that was my first introduction with Round Lake, and that was with Conrad. And then after that, that's when I got introduced to Round Lake, and I played senior hockey with them. And every time they asked me to fight, I'd fight somebody. Every time, whatever they needed, I would do. Shout out to Winston Bear. Winston Bear runs that senior hockey team. Great guy. He'd give you the shirt off his back. He did nothing but good things for me. Tom Pratt. I lived with Tom Pratt. He was their GM. They did nothing but good things for me. I just it's a party town. The hockey team there is crazy. Everybody loves that hockey team. Everybody loves the players. I just got lost in it. I kind of blew my opportunity. I'm not going to blame anybody else but myself. But it was a great time. And I'm thankful that I was even a part of it. Shout out to Tom Pratt, Winston Bear. Winston would give you the shirt off his back. He's the one that supports that whole team. He owns the Oldies Trading Post just outside of Whitewood. The guy is a businessman, great guy, and nothing but good things to say about them. And if they ever give me a call back to go play with them, I'd gladly go play with them again. But yeah, I would do anything for those guys, and met a lot of good guys, and worked with a lot of good guys, and they were great to me, and I'm super thankful. Like, my kid went to school there. I coached my kid's hockey team. I was living there. They gave me a house. They gave me a job. They gave me everything. It was great. And just thankful for the opportunity. And if they ever asked me to come back, I would definitely go back for sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, you played with some great guys. Well, you were saying you were playing with Dwight King and Morasti, too.
Yeah, so growing up, I only played Junior B. And Conrad obviously gave me that chance to go play with Round Lake. And luckily, then Derek didn't want to beat my face in too bad there at Oscana. And they asked me to go play senior with them. And I go to the provincials. Crazy, man. It was nuts, because you go to every provincial game, there's people lined outside the doors, people sitting outside the doors, packed, like crazy. 50-50 was at like $10,000-$15,000 a game. It was crazy. So I go to my first game in Round Lake, and Round Lake, if you know Winston Bear, he will throw the bells and whistles. He'll roll up the red carpet. Like, he'll get the lights, the smoke screen, the everything, the announcers, the DJ, everything. It was crazy. So I go in. I'm a junior B player. Like, never played any smack in junior A. Never played pro. Nothing. So I go into the room, and they give me my stall. I look to my left. Who's my stall buddy? Dwight King, 2-time Stanley Cup champ at the LA Kings. I look to my right. Who's my stall buddy on the right? My childhood idol, who I always looked up to, watching his fights, John Morasti. I'm sitting in between both of them. And then we go out for warm-ups. Me and John Morasti are stretching at center ice, trying to get into their team's head. It was something that you can't make up. And it was just one of the best moments of my life, playing with those guys and playing along them. It was amazing. And I tell John all the time, like, how awesome it was to play beside him. And me and Dwight still talk to this day. They're such great guys, and the whole room's great guys, coach, management, everybody. And those are memories I'll cherish for the rest of my life, for sure.
No, absolutely, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, super cool.
Well, of course, the first time I met you was in Edmonton at Ice Wars 2. and where you took on James Redman. But how did you hear about Ice Wars? How did you get involved in Ice Wars? And walk us through that how that all happened.
Yeah, so Ice Wars started. I was watching the Netflix documentary with AJ Galante on Netflix, and I always thought he was super sweet. I always thought the story was super cool. I always loved the documentary, and so once I heard that he was throwing in the first Ice Wars, I reached out to him and asked if I could get on the first show. Unfortunately, he said they were full on the first show, and he'd get me on the second show, and so fortunately enough, I was on the second show, and he said, "We're not going to know who you're going to fight. You don't know who you're going to be against. Just show up, and that's it." So whatever. I showed up. And didn't know anything about anything, and I just wanted to be on the show. I was like, I got nothing else to do. I was working out in a coal mine out in Elkford, BC, just outside of Fernie. I was like, you know what? Life hasn't thrown me anything. Life's gonna throw things at you, and it's up to you if you're gonna take it or if you're just gonna dodge it. So I was like, okay, well, life finally throws something at me, so I want to take it, and let's see where it goes. So AJ calls me. So I went to Fred Sasakamoose tournament, got into 2 fights that tournament. And John Barassi was the one that called me. He's like, "Hey, Bosch, hey, man, your name got brought up. We need a fill-in 2 weeks from now. Are you in? This is in Edmonton, River Cree." I said, "Absolutely, I'm in." So then AJ calls me. He's like, "Hey, Bosch, this is AJ Galante calling. Are you in for Ice Wars?" I said, "Yeah, I'm absolutely in." He's like, "Just show up. We don't know who you're going to fight. We're going to do names out of a hat. Just show up." I said, "All right, I'm there." So I show up to Ice Wars and don't know who I'm going to fight. They do whatever, names out of a hat, whatever. I'm fighting this guy. And no idea about him. But I had me and my 4 best buddies come up. And I wasn't sure what to expect, what to think. And we're in the back dressing room in River Cree Casino. And the first fight goes off. First Ice Wars 2. And all you hear is it's just packed. It's just a full fucking barn. And the first 2 guys that go out are Justice Smoke, my buddy from Manitoba, and some other guy from Ontario. And not even a minute later, me and my buddies are sitting there, thinking everything's okay. And not even a minute later, this guy gets fucking dragged to the back room. I'm in this back room, gets dragged to the back room. His eyes are white. His face is white as a ghost. He's like, "Where am I? What's going on?" I look at the replay. He's knocked out in 20 seconds, 30 seconds. He was knocked out. He was gone. So I was like, I look at me and my buddies. I'm like, all right, this shit's real. Smoker knocked him out in 20 seconds in the first round. I looked at my buddies like, all right, this is real. This is legit. This is legit. And you hear the crowd going crazy. The crowd's going crazy. So I was like, all right. So we're sitting in the dressing room, still taping my knuckles, and the next fight, knockout right away. The guy comes to the back room. He doesn't even know where he is. He has no clue where he is. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What is happening? You can rewatch the live event. So me and my buddies are like, what is going on? The next guy comes in my same room, knocked out. 3 straight knockouts. They're done. So I told me and my team, I said, okay, we got to get a new dressing room. Let's get the fuck out of here. 'Cause I'm a big superstitious guy. I said, we got to get a new dressing room. Let's go somewhere else. So I asked, I think it was Amesbury or AJ. I said, can we get a different dressing room? Okay. So they moved us to the back room. And me and my buddies went and taped up our wrists in the back room. And that's when I knew it was real. And the crowd was going crazy and all those knockouts. And then I had no idea. I didn't want to see anybody. I didn't want to know anything about anybody. But after those 3 first round knockouts where guys are coming to the back room and they're coming to our dressing room, I said, all right, move us to a different room. And AJ moved us to a different room. And then, the rest was kind of history. And I'm a big mental guy. I'm a big mental believer and whatever. I just didn't want that negative energy from those guys being knocked out on me. And I'm a big golfer. and like golf is mental. And what I read in the book before the Ice Horse, in your mind, if you have any ounce of doubt that you're going to lose, you're going to lose. And your body's just going to shut down. But if you're confident and you think that you're going to win, you're going to win. So you can't have any negative doubts and you can't have any negative thoughts or your body's just going to shut down. So I went in there super confident and I didn't want to be surrounded by any negative energy. And so I told me and my team, let's move to a different room. And we did. And they're so supportive. And the result ended the way it did.
Well, yeah, and you fought James Redmond, who he's a large human too, man. I mean, that you two were the biggest dudes, man. Yeah, and I mean, because he was like, what? He was 6'4", like 3 bills.
He was 6'4", 330, I think.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
At the time, I was only 275, and so AJ comes up to me. He's like, "Bosch, the Wisconsin Weight Commission won't let you guys fight unless you guys are within 15 pounds of each other." So everyone's like, "Bosch, you're not 310 pounds." So AJ's like, "You can't fight them. You can't fight this guy unless you're within 10 pounds of him." And so I was weighing in at 275, and so that's why they said that I was 305. And I said that was going to be more of an advantage for me than it was for him. And he wanted to fight, and I said, I'm not going to lose my fight for him. So I went up like 20 pounds. So, yeah.
Well, and that was the thing. And obviously I was there. I saw it. But I mean, I've since gone back and actually just last night I watched again that fight because I knew I was talking to you today and I just wanted to refresh it again. The one thing, and it's your like you're saying here. I mean, obviously you didn't watch the first one because you had no kind of idea what you were getting yourself into. But
Yeah.
I will say though, when that fight started, like you could tell from watching, like he looked a little like hesitant, but you were like right into it. Like you were gung ho, like you were circling, you were getting ready, like you were just like it's getting ready for the feeding frenzy here. Like how gassed up were you?
Brother, I had a 2-year-old, 3-year-old kid at the time. I said, my kid, I had my buddy Devin LeBlanc message me. He said, "Hey, Bosch, we're all betting on you. What do we bet on you?" I replied, "Get the Brinks truck." And that's not trying to be confident or cocky or anything. I just said, "Get the Brinks truck." My kid's 3 years old. All my friends, all my family are watching. I said, "You're going to have to kill me. You're going to have to kill me inside this ring because this is going to last a lifetime." I said, "I'm not going to be embarrassed. If you're going to beat me, you're going to have to kill me. I swear." And that was the attitude I was going in with. And you're locked in a ring that's the size of a living room. And it's kill or be killed. And me and my buddies, we all had a game plan going into that fight. And as soon as that door closed, game plan went out the window. It was just kill or be killed. And that was the end of the day. It was just like, that's it. My kid's going to watch this. I don't want to embarrass my kid for the rest of his life. Like, he's going to watch this for the rest of his life. Like, I got to show him what his dad's going to do. And shout out to James Redmond. Like, no disrespect, but anybody that came in that ring was going to lose that day. And he's a tough competitor. He hit me with a couple good shots, but you weren't going to take me down that day.
Like, I know on Friday they had the weigh in and the media was there, and I mean there was some talk and everything else. I mean, obviously you didn't know him. And plus he's an American guy, so it was like no one's ever seen him before. Like up till then, you had no obviously previous interaction with him. So that Friday when you're there at the weigh-ins and it's sort of whatever, you're face to face and you're kind of interacting. Like, are you motherfucking each other, or are you kind of keeping your distance, or were you like in his face, like I'm gonna kick your ass, or were you cordial, or was it?
Yeah, that's so funny that you asked that because I'm a Canadian guy. He's American. So my childhood idol growing up is GSP. I love GSP. The way he handled himself, the way that he always conducted fights, he was always calm, cool, collective, always classy. So as soon as we go up to weigh-ins, the guy has way bigger fists than me. He's way bigger, taller, stronger, everything than me. So I just shake his hand. Like that's it. Like, that's it. Shake your hand. Let's go on. But the tipping point for me, James isn't going to realize this until I talk to you about this in the pod. on his Instagram the night before. He said, "Cold case files, how to deal with a missing body." He said, "Watching cold case files today, so that I know how to get with murder tomorrow."
Oh,
I show me and my teammates that. I said, "This guy's fucking dead." He put it on his fucking Instagram story. "Watching cold case files tonight, so I know how to get away with murder tomorrow." I said, "This guy's fucking dead."
that's a pretty good line, actually. That's pretty good, actually.
He doesn't know this. He doesn't know this. But me and my team, we've seen that, and I said, "This guy's dead. I'm gonna kill him. It's kill or be killed at this point." And so he's lucky. And shout out to James. He's a good guy, but he's lucky that ref blew that fucking bell, because I had lots left in the tank, and it was after he said that it was on. It was on.
Well, watching that, I know, like I said, and you could tell, like right out of the gate, you were a lot more aggressive. Like you could see you were circling, you were getting ready to go, and then when they kind of blow the whistle, okay, let's get it on. You immediately go across the rink. Like, you're not waiting for him to come. You're going right at him. And I mean, you tie him up real quick, and you're landing right away.
Yeah.
And you hit him with that big shot when you land, and then you guys go
right
down.
away. I was surprised he was still standing after that.
Yeah, because you drilled him good.
He was cut up after that,
yeah.
And then he was holding on. So it makes sense, but I hit him right away quick.
Yeah, you did. Like, you caught him really good, and then you both went down. And you were on top of going down, and I'm probably sure you dead weighted him when you were going down too. He felt you when 100%. You landed. Oh yeah. When you guys got back up, because then you kind of, like, they separate you again. You kind of go around and around, and you square off again, and it's almost like that schoolyard. You had him in like a headlock almost, and you're like just feeding him uppercuts, and it was like at that point, like, you're like, I got this guy's done. Like, did you know he was done, or you?
Oh, dude, it was personal at that point. I wanted to keep going.
Yeah,
I wanted to keep going. I really did. And,
did the ref stop it because of the blood, or did he break a skate?
No, the ref stopped it because of the blood.
Yeah.
And then the announcer stopped it because he said that his ankle was bad, but I wanted to keep going. So either or I was ready. But shout out to James. He's a tough guy, and no disrespect to James. He took some big shots. I can't even believe he stood in there for that big shot that I gave him, and he was cut up. But he was like, I'm not trying to be a cocky guy or anything, but it was done from the start. Like, he would have had to kill me to get out of there. And after that, it was all good. We had some drinks after, and we had a big after party in my hotel. Racked up about a $4,500 tab. It was good. But shout out to James, man, and nothing but respect for the guy. He came in there, but I don't think any one of those guys wanted to come in there that night, because it would have been bad.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, we're not knocking James here at all. And hey, full marks for getting in the ring, man. Like, it's win, lose, or draw. It's like, yeah, it takes a huge set of balls to even just sign up and go in it. So no, we're not knocking you at all, man. You did it, and hey, props to you for sure.
Hey, shout out to James. He couldn't have had a tougher competitor that night, honestly. He had the toughest competitor that night. I'm not gonna knock him. He's a solid dude. He hit me with a couple shots that gave me some good ones. So shout out to James.
Absolutely. Well, now you were signed up. Of course, the first Ice Wars. I'm so pumped it's back. It was gone for a few years, but they've teamed up with bare knuckle fighting now, which I think is going to be a huge addition to Ice Wars, to have that kind of organization behind your partner with you now. I think Ice Wars is going to really start going here, folks, and I love the event. And so it's Ice Wars, I guess basically 4 is June 14th in Michigan, in Mount Pleasant, and then June 28th we're back at Edmonton at the River Cree Casino. So the folks listening out there, June 28th, River Cree, see, you got to get there. And I know you were signed up for the Edmonton one here. Obviously, we don't know who you're fighting yet, but as you said, you've already doing it once, and now you're going into it again. What did you learn from the first one going into this one? How are you approaching it this time? Now you know what's going on and everything, and what's the game plan going into this one? Yeah,
so yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, dude. Life just throws things at you. Life throws things at you, and you'll be doing something one day, and life will just come in and say, "Do you want to do this?" And you'll either say yes, or you'll either say no and just throw it to the next guy. So AJ comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, Bosch, we're doing it. Ice Wars. Are you in?" AJ, I'm in. You know I'm in always. And don't have no idea who I'm fighting. Have no idea what I'm doing. But life's gonna throw things at you sometimes, and it's either gonna say yeah or they're gonna give it to the next guy. And the first time that I said yeah, it changed my life. Like, it changed my life. It gave me so many different opportunities. It gave me so much things to do, right? And I'm just happy that I'm even considered for this next Ice Wars. And obviously, I'm going to say yeah. And I have no idea who I'm going to fight, but I'm going to be ready. And I'm in better shape. I'm faster. I'm stronger. I obviously have an Ice Wars under my belt. I know what it takes. And not to be a cocky guy, but whoever wants it can get it. And I'm ready. And I'm ready. You're going to have to kill me. You're going to have to knock me out. And my kid's 7 years old now, and he's going to be watching. So shout out to my kid, and don't let nobody push you around. And you're going to have to kill me, man. You're going to have to kill me because I'm coming in strong. And I'm going to be ready. And I'm going to stick up for myself, stick up for my boys. And, yeah, whoever wants it can get it.
There you go.
And that's totally respectful as you can get, but I'm ready, buddy. I'm ready.
Well, one of the things that makes Ice Wars unique, and I know at some point there's always been the talk, are they ever going to go on real ice and everything, and I know they want to and everything, but for now, it's on synthetic. What do you think of the synthetic?
Oh, buddy. I don't want to say too much about the synthetic because that's my advantage, but these guys that think they can come from the regular ice and whatever, synthetic's a different breed. You have to know your angles. You have to know. Like, I did a full 3-4 months of just straight synthetic training, and I'm a big mental guy. I'm a big angles. Like, I'm huge into pregame training, everything, and I put enough work before the last Ice Wars that people kind of not disrespect me, but like, it was 60 seconds. Like, I only got 60 seconds.
Yeah.
From that guy, and I felt like I was ready for a lot more, and I trained for a lot more.
Yeah.
And so Ice Wars, I really wanted to put that to the case, and I have the experience, but that synthetic is a different breed. It is, and you have to work on it, and you have to train on it, which I have, and I can't wait to showcase that to everybody who's going to watch the next Ice Wars, because I put in the work, I put in the time, put in the training, and it's different. It's not the same as ice, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, I mean, and there's lots of, there's obviously a whole bunch of new guys that are going to be in Ice Wars. I know a lot of folks are listening that, I'm always promoting Ice Wars on my channel and everything else, so I got a lot of people listening to this show. Just for somebody that's thinking about signing up for Ice Wars, or they've signed up and they've never done it before, they haven't competed, and they're going to compete with some of these Michigan guys, or, coming up to Edmonton and competing. If you were to like coach somebody in their first Ice Wars, and hey Bosch, I got the call, AJ wants me in Ice Wars, what should I do? What would you tell them to train, and like, what's the biggest thing for Ice Wars, do you think?
Do deadlifts, do squats, be a good guy on your skates, and know how to get hit in the face. It's not for everybody. That's why you see guys like Smoke, you see guys like Amesbury, Parker, Justin Sawyer, you see guys like the guy from Ontario there. What's his name? I don't want to disrespect him.
Corey Allen.
You see all these guys.
Travis Check, man. I got to mention the loose cannon.
Check.
That guy's a bad dude. Yeah. You
see these guys, and shout out to all the guys that I'm missing. But you see these guys, they're used to getting hit. They are strong from the waist down. They are nail guns, and that's why they've been in this game for so long. They are strong. I see Corey Allen. He's lighting up his Ontario League. I see Smoke. No one wants to mess with Smoke. You see Czech. Like, Czech is a nail gun. Who else am I missing?
Well, yeah, the Amesbury, and I mean, Justin Sawyer. Those guys played pro forever.
Yeah, yep. Amesbury's down the East Coast from Ice Wars.
Yep.
You see Big Snake. Big Snake's Big Snake has the heavyweight title. Like, you see these guys. It's not,
hey,
it's
I gotta mention. Hey, my boy. I know he's listed. The Cowboy, Curtis Swanson, man. That guy.
Swanee.
Yeah.
Swanee is a nail gun. I met that guy. He's a nail gun. Swanee is a nail gun, dude. That guy, nothing but respect for this. But I'm just saying, you have to be within that kind of breed. Like, those guys are taking shots. They're giving shots.
Yep.
They're also strong on their feet. Like, if anyone wants to come into Ice Wars, you have to know how to take a shot. Those guys are all veteran sluggers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who else are you going to mention those names?
Yep.
You're not. Like, it's a different breed. Like, these guys that want to come into Ice Wars now, it's different. It really is. It's different. Those guys are vets. Cat Big Snake did 5 fights in one night, or 4 fights. He did the full thing. Like,
yeah, like those guys that fought in those tournaments were crazy. Those Ice Wars tournaments.
The guy. Hey, who's that guy's name that fought that won the whole tournament?
Divine.
Shout out to that
Ryan
guy.
Divine. Yeah.
Divine. Shout out to Divine. I never met Divine. That guy's a nail gun.
Yep.
That guy's a nail gun.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But if you wanna fight in those, you gotta take shots. And look at all those guys' faces. They've taken shots. If you want to give them, you gotta take them. And man, I'm just saying, man, Ice Wars changed my life, and I'm happy. I can't wait to do the next one. And whoever they're gonna give me, I'm ready for. And it's all mental, man. It's all mental. I'm always ready. And shout out to everybody that helped me along the way.
Absolutely, man. I love it. Well, I think we could we'll wrap it up right there. There you go, folks. We're gonna Ice Wars is coming. June 14th, Mount Pleasant, Michigan is the first one, and then 2 weeks later, June 28th, Edmonton at the River Creek Casino. You'll be able to watch those on the Bare Knuckle Fighting app as well as the Zone pay-per-view. I hope you guys tune in. You follow me on social media. You'll see it all. I'll be promoting that thing all left and right. But and I've made money on this cat betting on him, and we'll be betting on him again for sure. Sports Interaction. You can bet on Ice Wars. So don't forget that. But hey, man, I know we've talked about coming on for a while. I finally got you on. I was pumped to have you on. And thank you very much. And when you come down for the Freddy next week here in Saskatoon, I'm gonna swing by, see some Cross Lake action.
Hey, buddy. Hey, I'll give you a Cross Lake tee. You give me one of those first line tees. But
I know. I have to make one up here for you. Yeah, we're gonna get some. We gotta find a lot of material here for us dudes to get some shirts here. But definitely.
Sweet, man. Thanks for having me on, man. Thanks, brother.
Hey, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it. Thanks.
And you people that don't like fighting, how many of you did you walk out and get a coffee while that was on?